right, welcome back to Top 5 Vinyl, where we show love to vinyl owners. Today I have producer Plug. How's it going, sir?
What up, man? Salute, salute. How you doing, my
Not
boy?
too bad, not too bad.
Chilling.
Yeah, man. And before we get started, let everybody know where they can find you, what you got going on.
Oh man, first and foremost, we're over here at the shop. Produce the Plug Records, 75 East Broadway, New York. That's in Chinatown. So pull
Mhm.
up. We're under the Manhattan Bridge, so just come through, grab some grills. Grab your $5 records, your $3 records. So we're affordable for everybody.
Nice.
Also our Instagram, Producer Plug Records. That's all one word. And Producer Plug, you and I. That's our other social media as well. And you can catch us on YouTube. We have a bunch of YouTube interviews. And we just finished doing one with Easy LP,
I saw that.
talking about No Face, and we just finished doing another one with Terrence Martin. Big shout out
Mm.
to Riley Glasper and all that. So yeah.
Nice. All right, cool. And before we get started, I want everybody to subscribe to the channel, like the channel, tell your cool friends, all that cool YouTube stuff you guys got to do. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, we talked about 24 hours ago, and I will say you are the fastest person to have a five. How was it not hard? How did you come up with a five so fast?
I don't know, man. I have a record store. I look at records all day, so I kind of really I I base my five around my life. You
Mm,
know, so that's
mm,
why I base my five. And my five can change. Today's
yeah,
five won't be next next week's five.
right,
But
right.
there'll be certain ones in the five that you can't change.
Okay, understood, understood. Okay. So let me ask you, growing up, was there a record player in the house?
Always.
Mm,
We had the double decker
mm,
cassette player. We had the equalizers, big 15-inch speakers. Record player, Mad Records,
mm,
VHSs, things of that
mm.
nature. But yeah, my dad was always into music, so he always told us don't touch the stereo. So
Right, right.
so I was touching the stereo, and that's kind of like how I got into like DJing and learning like, all right, this is the bass, this is the treble. Let me make sure the balance sounds right. So
Mm.
it was cool.
What was his vibe? What was he listening to on the vinyl?
Oh man, that's part of that top five, man. You know what I'm saying? That's part of that
Okay,
top five. You know what I'm
okay,
saying?
okay, okay. We'll wait for that then. Let me ask you this: of your five, are there any of the five that you have seen live perform before?
Oh yeah, I see. Yeah, a lot of them
Okay,
I've seen before a lot. Yeah,
nice. Okay,
yeah,
okay,
it's cool.
okay. And do you remember the first vinyl that you ever bought?
Um, the first vinyl I ever bought was a scratch vinyl. Um, it was like this. It's like this lamb chop with some glasses on, some
Mm,
teeth,
mm,
scratch vinyl.
mm.
And I bought it at All the Right Records in Junction. Big
Okay.
shout, big shout to my man George.
Hmm.
You guys don't know who George is. Old school record store owner. They still got a shop in Corona, but they used to have a barber shop. So I used to get my haircut from Woo.
Mm.
Oh, real Queens dudes, real New York dudes know what I'm talking about. I used to go get my haircut from Woo, then go to All Right, get my records up. But I was really into. I wanted to be a battle DJ. I
Mm.
wanted to be like A-Track. I wanted to
Mm.
battle A-Track so
Mm.
bad, like
Mm.
you know. Uh, so yeah, that was my thing. As like as like a young a young child. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like getting my weight up, learning how to DJ, getting my record knowledge.
Mm.
It
Nice.
was it was definitely that. So yeah, big shout out to all the right. Go check them out. They still open.
Mm.
Support your mom and pop stores. They're very vital. I
Absolutely.
mean, you don't even know how many people come in the record store every day saying thank you for being here. We need more shops like this. We need
Mm.
like more of like people knowing about music.
Mm.
So I really appreciate everyone's love and generosity.
Mm. Yeah, that's dope. That's a good comment to make too. Um, Other than your shop, on one trip to the record store, what's the most amount of vinyl that you walked out with at a different store?
Um, how much I spent or how
Yeah.
many I bought?
How many?
Man, like 100.
Really? How'd you go about doing that? Like, what was the motivation?
It was just a lot of good records.
Mm, 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 mm.
And they were mad cheap.
Yeah.
So I was like, what? I can get this for what? I was like, taking all of these.
And
Let's
how'd you
go.
get them all home?
Just gave a friend a call.
Gotcha.
That's it. It's like,
Okay.
yo, text,
Yeah.
yo, hey, let's go.
Okay.
We already know the mission.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. And with this being top five vinyl, I want you to show me the fifth, number five. What is the fifth album that you have in front
Okay.
of you right now?
This is número cinco.
Mm, mm,
Cinco. Number five. This is Method Man presents Street Life, Street Education.
mm-hmm. Nice. And where'd you get that one from?
Well, this came from company that well, the history behind this record is the first record I've ever put out as executive producer. I was
Mm,
20, I think I was 21 years old when I did this.
mm.
And it recently um turned into vinyl not that long ago. And and I seen it and I purchased it just because I wanted to have
Yeah.
one for myself. And it was cool. It was cool to see your work years
Yeah.
down the line, you know, still be here. So
Yeah.
so it was cool. It was really, really cool.
Yeah. That is pretty cool. All right, cool. So I assume you've seen them perform before.
Yes, I've
Yeah.
definitely seen them before.
Okay. Okay.
Many of times.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
big shout out to Street Life. We also have a song called Squad Up. It's a Street Life Method Man and Havoc. It was the Yankees team song for 2001.
Mm.
So we did opening day, things of that nature. So it was a beautiful thing. I had my son with me. Big shout to Plug Mini. Uh, uh, so yeah, it was dope.
Nice. All right, cool. So that was your number five.
Yes,
Let's go
sir.
ahead and take a look at your number four.
All right, number four. All right. Number four is Nirvana Unplugged.
Okay.
Nirvana Unplugged. Number four.
Mm. Mm.
It's my four. I'm gonna keep this up. While we talk about this, then keep this up.
Okay.
Nirvana. Oh well. If anyone knows me, anyone knows my top artist of all time is Kurt Cobain or Nirvana and Wu-Tang Clan.
Mm.
And when I was younger, I really wanted these two guys, these two institutions of music to get together and make something totally different because I felt like these guys had the same messaging that I had through music, that we all go through things in life and we don't harm each other. We try to help each other. And we use this music as therapy to cope with our everyday life,
Right.
And when ODB passed away and when Kurt passed away, I cried. I worked with ODB. I worked on a project with him before he passed away. I never met him, but through the labels and things of that nature.
Your microphone's behind the record. There you go.
You hear me better now?
Perfect. Perfect.
Okay, cool. So yeah, it was a little bit heartbreaking in regards to ODB because he was definitely a huge influence and I was really thrilled and excited to start doing these records with but yeah, the album that I put out with him is called Osiris. We have early Mark Ronson producing on it. Big shout to K Def. Big shout to Royal Flush. The guy who really helped us put this together as well. And the one and only DJ Premier, he's on this. But yeah, this record right here, man. Like I said, like one of my favorite artists of all time. His body of work still A plus primo, yo. Like there's no one that have written better songs than this guy today. One of my favorite artists. Rest in peace, the one and only Kurt Cobain, Nirvana. That's my number four.
That's your number four. Let's go ahead and take a look at your number three.
This is my number three.
Ha, nice.
All right, so yeah, this is my favorite album of all time. I think all right, so for the people that don't know, to the younger viewers, right? Because we have younger viewers.
Right.
So all right, guys, like back in the days, we didn't have the internet, right? We had these things called tapes. Let me see if I had one of these tapes on me. I think I might do. Hold on. Ah, I do.
The
This is an
Wu-Tang
OG.
tape.
This is an OG version. Cream.
Mm.
All right, guys. It's OG, guys. You can't.
Mm-hmm.
It's OG.
Mm-hmm.
So I had a Wu-Tang Clan album, right? And basically back then, kids, we didn't have this thing called the internet. So you had to wait for your music. So I went on a summer vacation to Ecuador, and they did not know about Wu-Tang Clan
Mm.
because it would take them some time to get the shipment of records and cassettes.
Mm.
So they had this ahead of time.
Mm-hmm.
So they probably got Wu-Tang Clan 4 to 6 months ahead of time because in the States we have it first, right?
Okay.
So
Yep.
so I have Wu-Tang, and I basically by the time I got back, there were my whole little town Esmeraldas, they were all Wu-Tang clanned out. And I felt like I was the main reason for that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So because I taught them every song.
Mm.
I told them all the curses, obviously.
Right. Right.
That was the first thing they wanted to learn, the curses. But yeah. So yeah, this is my favorite album of all time. Cash rules everything around me. Like I said, cracks and weed combination made my eyes bleed.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, like writing your pain in the music, right? And really telling people, don't do that because I did it, and let's fight through it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cash rules everything around me, right? When
Yeah.
it's just an acronym that we all go by all the
Legendary.
time,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then you hear like songs like Protect Your Neck, you know, it's just like an ongoing, an ongoing medley of like one of the best hip hop albums of all time.
Oh yeah.
You
Absolutely.
know,
Mm-hmm.
like production wise, one person did all the beats, RZA, you know, Ghostface was like on his level, Method Man, it's just a classic album, man.
Yeah.
Like, no,
Yeah.
so,
I mean,
and
you can't say anything bad about it. Nothing.
you can. This is number 3, best album. This is the best group hip hop album of all time, and best
Mm-hmm.
album of all hip hop album of all time.
Mm-hmm.
No one has never come close, and I think will never ever come close to Wu-Tang Clan 36 Chambers.
Yep. I
And you
agree.
can catch him in Vegas at the end of this month.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep. Got their
for the
residency
residency.
out there. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. That's my number 3.
All right. Cool. Number 3. Let's take a look at your number 2.
All right, cool. This is my number 2 right here.
Ta.
Thriller.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm an 80s baby, so I was born in 82. This came out 82,
Mm-hmm.
right? I wanted to be like Michael Jackson. I want to learn how to moonwalk. I want
Who
to learn,
didn't?
I want to learn how to make beats. I want to
Mm-hmm.
learn how to sing. I wanted to learn how to style. Like everything low key comes from this guy right here.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
whole inspiration of making music comes from Michael Jackson.
Mm, mm, mm. That's a huge compliment. I mean, that guy's catalog is just different. I mean,
I mean, he's just on another level of how to be a producer, how to bring like a team together, how to bring collaborators to work and
mhm.
make the actual vision come together, and not just musically. I mean, this guy was bringing productions. He was just bringing casts of crews and dancers and lights and sound. Like,
Yeah.
there's no one that has beaten on a Michael Jackson level. Like
Mhm.
this guy would stay in a country and there'd be
Mm,
camps of people just waiting for him
mhm,
to come out.
mhm. Yeah.
So, favorite album of all time, obviously Billie Jean, one of my favorite songs. PYT, one of my favorite songs. It's just it's just a classic album, man. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Human Nature, which ended up getting sampled by Large
SWV.
Professor.
Oh
No,
yeah.
by Large Professor. Let's get it right. Let's get the time correction, the chronological order right. Large
Okay.
Professor sampled Human Nature. for Nas, Ain't Hard to Tell.
Yes, yes, yes. Yep.
Okay. Then it was SWV. So Lost Professor, first producer ever to sample Michael Jackson
Yeah.
in the hip hop record.
Yeah, you're right. Yep.
All right. One of my favorite albums of all time. Michael Jackson Thriller.
All right, cool. That was
That's
number two.
numero dos.
And
Numero
on to the
dos.
grand finale. What do
Numero
we have for
dos.
number
Well, hold
one?
on. Before we go to a grand finale, we're gonna do a little cheap promo. All right.
Yes.
We got a 45 out right now. It's called No Face. I executive produced the track. It's Ghostface and Ye. You guys can buy it on massappeal.com. Go on producerplug.uni.com to grab it. All right. Big shout to my boy Easy LP. He made this cool No Face hoodie I've been wearing. So thank you. You can grab it from his site, easylp.com. And, you know, the grand finale.
The grand finale.
My number one record of all time is Steely Dan.
Okay.
Can't Buy a Thrill.
So this must have been your dad's.
This is my dad's record.
Okay.
So this song, well, this whole album is great from front to back. All right. And if you're a real musician, you know that Steely Dan has some of the best sound of all time. They use Steely Dan for like when NASA needs to use their sound, they play Steely Dan. That's how good the music sounds, like frequency wise, they have it right. Through the Years is like I said, it's just a song that I sang with my dad through the years. That was like, you know, that was like one of my favorite songs. And this is just like a really dope album, you know. Do It Again. Like I said, just like Rings. Like I said, man, but like Do It Again. I think Lost Professor, going back to him again. I asked him, do you know who this is? And he was like, nah. I was like, yo, it's Steely Dan. He was like, oh, word, I thought it was someone else. So fire album, Walter Becker, Donald Fagen, you know, the GOATs, man. But this is my number one album. This is my top 5.
Okay.
Producer plug.
Is that the original one your dad had?
It's original.
Nice. Okay. Don't lose that.
Nah, we're not. We got these.
That's awesome. That's so awesome.
So that's my top 5.
Nice.
I want to thank everyone like tuning in. Keep doing what you're doing, man. I think it's really dope that we have these type of conversations.
Yeah, man.
About vinyl and what it means. That's why I was like so quick, because I already kind of know what these records mean to me dearly. It's not just like, music. It's just the time I was living in. And I feel that that's why people resonate with records even more than getting a song and listening to it on Spotify, right?
Yeah.
Like to play a record, to hear the warmth of the music, you know, and then you're actually really supporting the artist as well, you know.
Right. Yeah.
So and that's how artists nowadays make their money, man. Like selling vinyl direct to consumer. So take care of the artists, man. Buy from them. Go to their shows. You know?
Absolutely.
Support your local stores. Support your local mom and pops.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate what you're doing, you know. And again, you know, thank you for responding when I reached out. And you know, that was a dope 5 you got, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. So thank you so much for your time. I'm gonna put all your information in the bottom of the video so everybody can click on and, you know, find you, follow you, you know. But yeah, man, we'll talk soon.
Also, we got an IG collab, the little promo, so let people know.
Of course.
It's official.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Yeah, man. Have a good one.
All right. Top 5.
Appreciate it.
Top 5.